This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the Hazleton Integration Project continues to bring in big names and big donations. Happy Friday. This is FYI on SSPTV, and I'm Ken Cara. All right, everyone, get out your HIP party hats. Hazleton Integration Project party hats. HIP's holiday celebration continued last night with a fireside chat at the Hazleton One Community Center with Cubs manager Joe Maddon and Baseball Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. Before that, the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation and Ollie's Bargain Outlets donated $180,000 to HIP to renovate the community center's gym and turn it into an indoor park for the kids. December 18th, 2014 was a big night for the Hazleton Integration Project. Baseball Ironman and Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. was in their building, and the foundation he's a part of was making another investment in HIP. How big was this moment? Here's HIP's honorary chairman and Chicago Cubs manager Joe Maddon.
Beyond giving of money, here's the gig, man. It's about giving of your time. When people show up, that really matters a lot. So for me, beyond whatever financially they're able to help us with, the fact that Cal is sitting here really validates what we're doing, and that to me is probably the most impressive thing that we've been able to accomplish at this point.
4 years ago, Ripken's brother Bill asked some members of the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation to look into HIP. Steve Salem, the president of the Ripken Foundation, came to Hazleton to check things out, and an initial donation was made to help HIP get started. Fast forward to almost a year ago when HIP president Bob Curry picked up the phone and reached out to Salem. Curry asked Salem to come back to Hazleton and check out the progress HIP was making. Salem made another visit, and he says he was blown away by what he saw.
And I just want to say that we are very selective, and Joe, I want you to know this. We're very selective about who we partner with. Number one, there's only so much in terms of resources that can go around. Number two, when you have the name Ripken with Cal and Bill and Cal Sr., we have to protect it. So we have to be really careful in a number of ways of how we do it. And so we look for very special partners. If you're good, we probably aren't going to work with you. If you're really unique, we want to help. And it's so clear that that's what's going on here. Most efforts like this around the country fail. This one is an unbelievable success, and we're really proud to be here.
Maddon keeps inviting people from the Hazleton community to do what Salem did. You don't have to bring a big check, but Maddon does want everyone to come see what's going on at the Hazleton One Community Center. Right now, you can go to your computer and see the success of the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation in pie charts and graphs, but Cal Ripken Jr. may suggest you still take Maddon up on his offer and come see the Hazleton One Community Center in person.
Many times when you're raising funds and money, you have to have the stats to prove it, and sometimes I think you can get carried away with trying to find all the different measurement points that says, okay, we're making a difference. If you're matching caring adults with kids that need it, you can intuitively know that you're helping. And our measure of success in the very beginning was to look at that one kid and kind of follow that one kid and make sure you're making a difference. Now, we're in a position now where we're helping a whole lot more kids, but still the premise is still the same. We want to have a big impact. Not just a surface impact, but we are finding more and more ways of proving that we're having impact on the kids, and that's helpful in raising money and actually helping more kids.
December 18th, 2014 was a big night for 11-year-old George Gadd. He was one of 4 students from HIP's after-school program selected to present Cal Ripken Jr. with a gift from all of the students in the after-school program.
I walked in to come downstairs to the after-school program. They just pulled me into the office. They told me I was selected, but before they did that, I was scared. I was like, what happened? Am I in trouble? Then they said no, I got selected to meet Cal Ripken, and I was happy.
What do you do here at the HIP Center?
I box, I play basketball, and I come to the after-school program.
How important is this place to you? I mean, what would you do if this wasn't here? I mean, you get to do all those things.
I'd be bored.
I go to karate, to after school, and to guitar class.
So how often are you here?
About the weekdays, and I also come here on Saturdays.
How cool was it? How would you describe tonight? And years from now, what are you going to tell people?
That it was awesome.
What do you do here at the center? What do you come down here for?
To do my homework, to do all the stuff that I need, and to learn.
How important is this center to you guys, to the kids? How important is it to you?
Really amazing.
Why do you love it so much?
Because they help you with your homework here every time.
All right, Alvin, you're in the boxing program, aren't you?
Yes,
How much do you like boxing? What do you like about boxing?
because it's like interesting for me. It's like new part of my life.
Every day is a big day at the Hazleton One Community Center for all of the kids who go there. You're welcome to come in and see why. Friday night is the big hip banquet that is sold out. Now Saturday is the free Hazleton Kids Have Talent show. It's free admission at the Wiltsey Center, so please stop by. Sunday is the Thanksmas meal for those in need at the Hazleton One Community Center. And we'll hear more from Cal Ripken Jr. in sports tonight, and we'll have so much more on the hip holiday celebration in the coming days and in the new year on Out of Left Field. In other news, the community is reaching out to a Freeland family in need. Stephen Inman and Pamela Rumble and their 5-year-old daughter Paisley lost everything in a fire that struck their double home on December 11th. That same fire claimed the life of their next-door neighbor, Mark Cherisaro. FYI talked with Stephen Inman. He told us, quote, "Words cannot begin to describe how appreciative and humbled we are by the outpouring of love and support from our community. Friends, neighbors, my co-workers at Soterios, and even complete strangers have helped us in so many ways already," unquote. Stephen told us that the insurance company has relocated his family to a hotel room for now to help the family have a wonderful Christmas and get back on their feet. Our very own Janine Mazurkevich, through her Making a Difference Foundation, is collecting items for the family here at the SSP TV studios. Stephen told us that what's most important right now is for their little girl to have a good Christmas. Paslin likes anything princess related and Disney's Frozen she also enjoys, and Monster High. She wears a size 5 to 6T clothing and takes a size 11 to 12 children's shoe. Gift certificates are also welcome. Janine would like to thank the businesses who have already donated: Eagle Rock Resort, the Pines Eatery and Spirits in downtown Hazleton, Giant Food Market in Hazleton, and Boyer's Market on 15th Street in Hazleton. If you would like to help, you can drop off your donations this Monday and Tuesday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. at our studios at 109 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. 2 schools within the Hazleton Area School District have received special recognition. At a news conference on Thursday, Superintendent Dr. Francis X. Antonelli announced that the state of Pennsylvania designated 16 schools in the state as reward schools for increasing student achievement and closing the achievement gap in the areas of reading and math. The 2 local schools on the list, Arthur Street Elementary and the Heights Terrace Elementary Middle School.
When you consider that there's approximately 2,800 schools in this Commonwealth, only 16 so designated as reward schools, and Hazleton has 2 on that list of 16. A tremendous accomplishment for the faculties of those schools, and there are 4 teachers here, 2 from each school representing the faculties, and also the administration, Mr. Latella. Tremendous accomplishment, again, with a very challenging demographic. These people are getting results, and they're getting impressive results.
They've worked diligently over a number of years to make transitions for the demographic changes in their populations. And to have 2 of the 16 in Hazleton is quite remarkable.
Every single teacher at Arthur and Heights really dug in, took it incredibly seriously, and raised the bar. The attitude wasn't, well, these students can't learn. The attitude was, these students will learn. They believed it, and the results show.
At Heights Terrace, we really are redefining the meaning of education. It's to show growth for all students. We are shifting mindsets and changing our focus back to the most important resource in the classroom, and that's our students.
This special recognition will now allow the schools to compete for $150,000 in grant money. Coming up next on FYI, we'll talk with a member of the staff at the United Way of Greater Hazleton about their community Christmas dinner. And keep your hip party hats handy because Cal Ripken Jr. is back in the Sportscast, and so is Ron Marchetti, so stay tuned.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For over 30 years, the United Way of Greater Hazleton has made sure that everyone in the Hazleton area has a warm meal on Christmas Day and also fellowship on Christmas Day. There's a lot of really good people here to interact with. One of them is Richie Salo from the United Way of Greater Hazleton. It's not just Christmas Day. There's a lot that goes into this before Christmas Day to get it ready. What all are you guys doing before the celebration?
Kenny, we start just about the day after Thanksgiving with getting all the logistics together. There's a tremendous amount of product that needs to be brought in, and we're very, very blessed to have the facilities at Holy Rosary Church here in Hazleton, one of the greatest kitchens in town, to be able to take care of this meal. We will serve over 700 meals. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that 700 people will come through. We do deliveries to shut-ins, and anybody that can't make it to the dinner that day, all they do is call for a reservation. We also serve our walk-ins. There is no pre-registration or anything. If you come, you will be fed, and we also send everybody that comes home with an extra meal for the day.
We're seeing a lot of positive things going on in the Hazleton area recently with the Hazleton Integration Project. Pat Brogan just had a great event for it, having a great event for the Dystonia Foundation. You guys get a lot of donations. You showed me a mound of paper products that were donated and just other stuff. I mean, I know it would be hard to go through everybody, but community been very generous to United Way.
It would be absolutely impossible to perform this meal if it wasn't for the help of the Lehigh Valley Health Network. The hospital provides us with, I would say, probably 80% of our product to make sure that we can do this. Without the generosity of the Crest family from Harry's You Pull It, that family that wants to make sure that no one goes hungry or alone on Christmas Day. Also, we'd like to thank people at Gunella Foods out in Humboldt for providing 700 dinner rolls for the day. The Hershey Company for over 700 chocolate bars to make sure that everybody has somebody sweet. Giant Food Stores provides us with pies to give for desserts. There's so many people involved in the community. Hazel Park is where we get all of our ham. They're very community-minded, and also they support us at our community Easter dinner that we do every year. So without partnerships like that, this could not be possible. And also without dozens and dozens of volunteers. You would think that on Christmas Day it would be very hard to find somebody to donate their time and help others. It is easier. It's the easiest day of the year to get volunteers to help those that are in need.
And if there are people out there who would like to come to the meal, or if they want a meal, what do they have to do? What's the process?
If you need a delivery, please, as soon as you can, call 455-9515. Leave a message on our recorder. The message will be returned, and we'll guarantee you that you get a meal. Anybody that wants to just come in to Holy Rosary in the basement of the church between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Christmas Day, just walk in and you will be served.
So you see right here some of the great work the United Way of Greater Hazleton is doing. If you can't make it out on Christmas Day, you can always help them out with their campaign. The United Way of Greater Hazleton would like to thank everyone at Holy Rosary Church, including Father Brian Clark.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Happy Hanukkah to all our Jewish friends. Friday night marks the third night of Hanukkah. This shot was taken out front of City Hall in Hazleton. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service now. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Low will be around 20 degrees. On the extended forecast, Saturday, partly sunny, a high of 30 degrees, almost up to above freezing, and then at night we'll dip down to 24 degrees. On Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 34, a low at night of 25 degrees. Some wet weather moves into the area for the start of the work week. A chance of snow after 1 p.m. on Monday, 40% chance, high of 36 degrees. At night, 50% chance of rain, low of 33 on Tuesday, 50% chance of light rain, 41 for the high, and then at night, 60% chance of rain or drizzle likely. Our low will be 36 degrees. And now we move on to the green screen here on FYI. Your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the Daily 821, Big 4 2263, Quinto 95358, and Treasure Hunt 9, 12, 13, 15, 20. What would happen if Cal Ripken Jr. played for Joe Madden? We'll find out next.
Hello again, and here I have with me Cheyenne. Cheyenne is an approximately 10-month-old, just under a year, Shepherd Boxer mix. Being young and having those two breeds in her, she is very playful and very active. She's a little bit shy with strangers when she first meets them, but she's incredibly friendly and affectionate within a few minutes of getting to know you. We recommend any owner for her who has experience with larger breeds and has enough property to let her run around. Closed-in fence would be a good idea. Cheyenne's very good with other animals, so anybody who already has dogs and is considering adopting her, we just ask that you fill out one of our applications and bring your own guys down to see how they get along with her. That's it for our dog this week. Let's have a look at the cats. And here I have with me Candyman. Candyman is an approximately 4-month-old domestic shorthair, and as you can see, he has a beautiful mixed white and black and brown tabby pattern. He's very friendly and playful and seems to do well with the other cats, so we recommend him for first-time pet owners and those who already have animals as well. Candyman is very playful and affectionate and loves to be held. If anybody's looking for a happy, healthy, and playful little addition, we think Candyman here would be the perfect one. And it's important to mention that this time of year, around the holidays, many people choose to get cats and dogs and other pets as gifts for family and friends. We actually stop adoptions very close to Christmas in order to prevent that. We actually don't recommend that you give pets as gifts for people because many people aren't ready to accept the responsibility and all of the care and money it requires to keep a pet happy and healthy. And this time of year as well, we could always use a lot of donations. Anybody who wants to help us out for the holidays can come on down to 101 North Poplar Street here at the Hazelton Animal Shelter.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Hip party hats back on before last night's fireside chat with Baseball Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. and Chicago Cubs manager Joe Maddon. As part of the Hazelton Integration Project's holiday celebration, I asked Ripken if he was playing for Maddon, would he participate in Maddon's themed road trips? For example, when the Tampa Bay Rays went on a West Coast trip last year, they did a Woodstock theme and they all had to dress up in outfits people would have wore to Woodstock. Here's what Cal had to say.
I appreciate his leadership ideas and his leadership skills and the way he brings the teams his teams together. The different dress things, beat the heck out of putting dresses on and all that kind of stuff like what they used to. Some of the things that I don't like, not necessarily about Joe, is that anything you do that demeans another person on your team can't be cohesive. And it seems like all the things that Joe comes up with, sometimes they're a little bit different, but they're designed to actually bring the team together, which I totally applaud.
Remember, more hip holiday celebration coverage in the coming days here on FYI and in the new year on Out of Left Field. Here comes the FYI Standard Speakers scoreboard. In boys basketball, Monoy area, they got the win over Marion, and Tamaqua moved to 6-0 with a victory over Panther Valley. Tamaqua took a loss in wrestling as Pottsville beat them on the mats, and in the poll, Tamaqua was swept by Blue Mountain. Last night there was a big fireside chat in Hazelton. Let's have another one right now. Grab a candle, be safe, electronic or real, and let's enjoy the amazing stories of the one and only Ron Marchetti.
Hey, welcome to this week's edition of Short Shots. Hi, everybody. Two big events are happening in town right now, and I mean really big. And I'll talk about them in a minute. But first, we must wrap up this past week. On Saturday night, the Cougars lost at Council Rock North. They're 1-1. The Lady Cougars upended State College at home, 56-47. The Marion boys beat MMI 53-49. Mike Verkuski of the Colts hit a double-double with 21 points and 10 boards. That game was played at St. Joe's Gym in Hazelton. The Marion Phillies took it on the chin from Holy Redeemer, 69-27. All-State candidate Alexis Lewis had 29 for Redeemer, but Brutal's Brigade bounced back on Tuesday to stymie Shenval by 9. The Phillies are 4-1, and the Hazelton area Lady Cougars are 3-1 after walloping Williamsport by 25. The Weatherly Lady Wreckers won their first game this week, and so did the MMI Lady Preppers. Hazelton Swimming and Wrestling Clubs also won this week, and Kenny just covered what I missed last night. What else? All-American quarterback Marcus Mariota of Oregon won the Heisman Trophy by a landslide while setting a Pac-12 mark by recording 53 touchdowns this season, 38 by air, 13 on the ground, and 1 receiving. Oregon will meet Florida State in the playoff matchup, matching the two Heisman quarterbacks, Mariota and Jameis Winston, last year's winner. Kobe Bryant of the Lakers passed Michael Jordan on the NBA all-time scoring list. That's 32,293 points. Only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 38,387 and Karl Malone, 36,920, have scored more points than Bryant. In his 18th season, Johnny Football Manziel's nickname changed this week to Johnny Shutout. After his first start for the Cleveland Browns, he was 10 for 18 for 80 yards and 2 picks and a save on the third pick because of a penalty. The Browns lost to the Bengals 30-0. Cal Ripken was in town last night, and Joe Madden is visiting his family while spearheading that big HIP banquet and auction at Genetti's in Hazel Township this evening, along with 600 people who will be treated to the likes of Tommy Lasorda, Orlando Cepeda, Tim Kirchin, Kim Jones, and of course Joe Madden, just to mention a few big names. What a lineup. Mother of God, this affair is huge, and it has been for the past 3 years. This is number 4. Also, Pat Brogan's The Stony Annual Affair is taking place right now, 5 to 9 at the Elks Lodge on East Broad Street. Former Penn State great and NFL player Bruce Clark will be there signing autographs, and of course, there will also be a silent auction. Tomorrow, the Hazelton Historical Museum is holding an open house 11 to 3. The Cougars play Whitehall. Tomorrow night, a makeup at home, also a talent show, free admission at the Wolsey Castle. So what else do we need? There should be at least one of these places you should be at tonight and tomorrow. It's up to you. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Don't forget, Friday night, the Elks Club in Hazelton will be hosting Pat Brogan's 11th annual Help Find a Cure for Dystonia fundraiser. Fun starts at 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend. There's no charge to enter, but donations will be accepted. Penn State All-American Bruce Clark will also be in attendance. Also tonight, another announcement, Saturday, December 20th, Joe Madden will be hosting his 4th annual Hazelton Kids Have Talent event. We'll get started at 7 p.m. in the Wiltsey Center located inside the historic castle. The event will feature several talented kids from throughout the Hazelton area. It is free and open to the entire community. And one more quick announcement, the McAdoo Fire Company will be holding their annual Super Bowl food sale Sunday, February 1st from noon to 4 p.m. We'll once again be serving several wings, pork barbecue, and stromboli. Pre-orders will be taken until January 25th by calling 570-929-2042. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Edward L. Gambita of Reading. Mass is Monday at 10 a.m. in the St. Catherine of Siena Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Monday from 9 to 10 a.m. in the church. The Lutz Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. James R. Grace of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Damiano Funeral Home. And James Cordini of Graham, North Carolina. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the St. Cyril Methodius Parish at the Church of St. Joseph. Friends may call Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Mindy Walton of Freeland. Mindy, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Last time, final reminder, Hazelton Kids Have Talent, 7 p.m. at the Wiltsey Center on Saturday, part of the HIP holiday celebration. It is free admission. All right, everyone, we'll see you next week. Take it easy.